Talia had returned safely from the camp.
Forward, men! Fight this abomination! The alliance of good shall not fail! Well, not again!
Heroes prepared to push towards the dungeon and would inevitably encounter Gorgu. Apparently, Talia had to ensure not only his empowerment, but also his safety.
Oh, this babysitting is already getting on my nerves, and I don't even get paid for it. But okay, at least the heroes come straight here to get their asses kicked. Go ahead, whack 'em on the beans, smash their gourds, put radishes in their eyes.
In order to catch living heroes for Gorgu, a prison would need to be built. Immediately, Talia and the incarcerating evil set out to build such a room.
Prison? Sounds like a sensible thing to do. Bet it's fun to watch some sorrowful characters languishing away there.
The planless evil scouts had discovered some undead that Tristan had captured. These necromancers and vampire queens would be a most welcome addition.
Exactly! More cannon fodder for the front. I mean, strong support for our army. Go on, free them. Get them out of there. Send them draft notices.
Hold on, it's payday. Vampire Queen joined the undead evil. Her healing powers were captivating. Wonderful. The newly built prison gleamed and sparkled, or normally would have, but the little snods had just cobbled it together out of old materials. Still, it would serve its purpose and keep living heroes captive. These could then be fed to Gorgus using the Hand of Terror. The ingenious evil surely knew that it was only a matter of time before heroes would descend upon Gorgu. Wisely, it cranked up workshop production in order to be able to set traps. Oh.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
A pathetic hero languished in prison. The horrible evil could feed him to Gorgu. The baby-feeding evil had thrown Gorgu his first hero. The young little snot gleefully set about soaking up its soul energy.
Oh, the little one is so cute. Now a little pup, and then let us rain death and destruction upon the humans!
Tanya's certainty of victory seemed somewhat premature, for Gorgu's hunger was far from satisfied. It would take many more heroes before he would reach his full strength.
It's payday.
Gorgu was besieged by heroes who fought him. Talia had to do something about it. Talia and the merciless evil had repelled the first wave of attack, but the heroes would not stand idly by and would soon move in again.
I sure hope so, because we're going to have to feed a lot more of them to Gorgu. Come on, bring it on, like lambs to the slaughter.
Dungeon gate leading to the underground opened up in front of the delighted evil's army. A dwarven base is being expanded. The absolute evil had tossed a hero into Gorgu's chambers. The vein is almost exhausted. The surrounding scouring evil had discovered a locked dungeon gate. A small yellow note indicated that the key could be found in the nearby hero camp.
Brothers, the time has come! Now it is up to us to bring the realms of good to blossom once again. There in the underground, my evil stepsister has allied herself with the deviant creatures of chaos. The absolute evil's last stand. Forward, men! Destroy this abomination, once and for all!
Tristan seemed to know how to motivate his men. They rushed towards the dungeon with a battle-hardened fervor.
All right, creatures, we'll show my brother. Tear them to pieces, beat them to a pulp, and don't hurt them too much, because we need them alive for Gorgu.
The all-destroying evil had destroyed the hero camp and found the key to the previously discovered dungeon gate. A hero had been tossed into Gorgu's chambers. A hero disappeared into Gorgu's chambers. Your enemies are in the dungeon. A few manivores have appeared in your dungeon. Your enemies are in the dungeon. A gold vein has been mined out. A hero had been tossed into Gorgu's chambers. A hero disappeared into Gorgu's chambers. Another hero attack broke uselessly on the defensive evil's dungeon. a pathetic hero languished in prison. The horrible evil could feed him to Gorgu. A hero had been tossed into Gorgu's chambers. A hero disappeared into Gorgu's chambers. Gorgu seemed reasonably satisfied. Talia and the land-graving seeking evil had probably satisfied the little one over a fifth of his hunger. The first step had been taken.
That was ridiculously easy. Open wide, Gorgu. Here comes the next hero.
A hero had been tossed into Gorgu's chambers. The absolute evil had tossed a hero into Gorgu's chambers. Dwarf-destroying evil had defeated the dwarven jailers and thus gained access to their secret prison. A hero disappeared into Gorgu's chambers. A hero had been tossed into Gorgu's chambers. Once again, many heroes gathered to attack the dungeon. The absolute evil had tossed a hero into Gorgu's chambers. Enemies are in the dungeon. A hero disappeared into Gorgu's. Gorgu's stomach was already almost half full. The budding celebrity chef evil seemed very pleased with itself. Surprising, seeing as all these heroes were served raw.
Hey, what about me? I'm very satisfied myself. Maybe we'll stuff an apple in the next one's mouth.
Your enemies are in the dungeon.
Payday.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Talia and the murderous evil had repelled an attack by the heroes with no great effort. The gallant evil had freed some vampire queens who willingly joined its army. Since they neither glittered nor had any interest in romantic comedies, they were most welcome in the truly evil's army. The vampire queen not only dealt damage to enemies in the area, but also distributed the life energy collected from enemies to undead creatures nearby. A hero had been tossed into Gorgu's chambers. you have lost a creature forever. A pathetic hero languished in prison. The horrible evil could feed him to Gorgu. Several heroes had gathered together and were making their way to the dungeon. Payday!
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
A hero disappeared into Gorgu's chambers.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. The resurrected evil's undead creatures had previously seen a video called Thriller or something like that, and had been in dance fever ever since. Higher level undead demanded a necrodancian where they could indulge their latest obsession. your little snots have completely mined out a gold vein. Gorgu slowly developed a little paunch, but the diet of only heroes obviously seemed to agree with him. At least he was accumulating lots of soul energy.
Ugh, ugh. That last hero had munched enough garlic to take out all the vampires in all of the kingdoms. But whatever. Keep it up, Gorgu. Soon you'll be a great and powerful dungeon lord, and you'll finally be able to do something useful.
The absolute evil had tossed a hero into Gorgu's chambers. A hero disappeared into Gorgu's chambers. Gorgu was almost completely sated. He didn't need much more to reach his full potential.
All right, let's move on to the desserts. There's hot raspberry hero, hero brulee, and oh, what the hell, there's just more normal heroes from the dungeon. Go on, keep on munching. It's your patriotic contribution to the evil empire.
A golden portal suddenly opened in the dungeon. If Talia and the overrun evil failed to destroy it, heroes would inevitably use it to enter the dungeon.
What? But all my lovingly placed traps and defense plans. I even drew them in using colored pencils. Oh, whatever. Go on, creatures. Destroy those magical portals. Just hammer on them with your weapons. That'll destroy them. That's how it always worked before.
On the other hand, it still needed heroes to feed Gorgu, so maybe those portals weren't all bad for Talia after all. The absolute evil had tossed a hero into Gorgu's chambers. A gold vein has been mined out. A hero disappeared into Gorgu's chambers.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Talia had to act as Gorgu was being attacked by heroes. A hero had been thrust into Gorgu's chambers. The absolute evil had tossed a hero into Gorgu's chambers. One of your creatures has bit the dust. Disappeared into Gorgu. A pathetic hero languished in prison. The horrible evil could feed him to Gorgu. Ding dong! It's payday! The feeding evil was dumped. Gorgu was reasonably sated. Theoretically, all it had to do now was initiate his transformation. Or it could feed Gorgu even more to make him even more powerful.
Oh, that almost sounds like some kind of achievement. Ah, you bet I'm in. Go, Gorgu! Dig in like it's Taco Tuesday.
This ends here and now! Men! Get ready for a come on, men! Get yourselves together and finally put an end to that thing!
Gorgu let out a deafening, satisfied belch that sent the remaining heroes fleeing.
Getting the absolute evil back on its feet was a lot easier than I thought. As I see it, the campaign won't be needing the promised 20 levels, but can actually end after the next map. Wonderful. Then I can treat myself to a nice, relaxing bath in unicorn blood.
Talia seemed very certain of victory, perhaps too certain of victory. It was negligent to believe that this story would already come to an end after such a brief intermezzo.